Greetings everyone. In this video I'm going to talk about the matrix game of life.
Greetings! This infinite source truth is made possible by the generous contributions and support of viewers like you. Please consider making a contribution now. Thank you.
Well, the matrix game of life. You chose to be in this game, and it is a bit of a test or a proving ground to show your abilities to continue to be in future games. Now, whether you want to enter those future games is a whole nother story, but you have to get through this one to be able to exist after the end of the matrix. Well, I should say, you'll always exist, but your energy cell will be collapsed. And that is not the way you want to end your matrix game experience. Now, it's all about choices. First of all, when you came into the matrix and you chose your machine in the primary matrix, that determined your physical attributes within the secondary matrix. You made a decision based on how much your primary synergy cell, how much energies you had, as to how you wanted to spread them around in different timelines. You made a decision of how many different timelines you wanted to experience and how many times you wanted to repeat that experience based upon your primary source energies. Now, you're choosing a multiple number, depending on how many you spread yourself out over timelines, whether you were BC, whether you were 16, 15, 1200s, however many life spans that you chose to experience and timelines you chose to experience would determine your placement in each of those lifetimes of what family you would be born into, or what source mother you would be born to, based on things equaling out. You had a better station in life or status in life, born to a better station in life in a previous lifetime, well, then you're going to experience a lesser station of life in this timeline. Now, those were choices that you made that you don't and would not remember making because you had your mind wiped, not remembering who you were, so that you would experience this game in a manner that it would require your source self to get your attention and to awaken you and remind you of who you really are. The matrix game of life is your life experience is a total of your choices. Your choices. From the very youngest of age to wherever you are today, it's all a matter of choices. And you are the one that are responsible for your choices. You cannot blame anyone else for any choices that you made. You are the one that has the say over the choices that you make. Now, a lot of source players will take the easy route so that they won't They're very moldable and pliable, and they won't say no. They'll just go along with the crowd, or they'll go along with whatever instead of taking and standing ground for the experience that they want to have. And that is a choice. You can't blame peers, you can't blame parents, you can't blame anyone in this game for choices that you make and for people that you allow to speak into your life and that you receive. You are fully responsible. Even in the mainstream, the Matrix says that you're responsible for your choices. You can't have a victim mentality in this game and succeed in life. Yes, you'll make it through, but it will not make for the best life that you can experience, your best life yet. All right? Forgiveness and making higher frequency life choices and raising your frequency in this game will allow you to experience a better overall experience. And if you can cross into the neutrality zone and the highest frequencies and you unlock your soul cage, then you can tap into all of your energies that have not already been put in other life experience synergy cells. These are choices that you make. You alone make for your life and for your game. Now, you cannot blame parents, you cannot blame siblings, you cannot blame anyone or put the responsibility on anyone for who you chose to marry, the job field and training that you received, the choices that you made, whether you did or didn't. These are all choices that you individually make, and each choice that you make affects your future. Even if you think it's a minute little choice, that little choice could have a greater impact than you think. This is why being mindful of your now day, the choices that you're making, what things are being presented to you and how you're receiving them and how you are dealing with things. Even when it comes to opening your mouth when you would do better to keep it closed. A lot of Source players get into problems whenever they just ramble off at their mouth without giving thought to what they're saying. And things that you say can affect and influence the matrix, and your mindset of where you're at affects your frequency. All of these things together affect your game. Now, it is a magnificent game that you created, that we created, all Source players. But you are energizing your game. And all the choices and experiences that you are choosing or are being presented to you as a result of your frequency and your thoughts. Controlling your thoughts in this game and keeping them in a high frequency mindset is really one of the keys to being able to succeed and raise your frequency and experience the things that you truly want to experience. And some of you don't even know what you want to experience. You just know that you don't like what you're getting right now and you want something different. Well, to experience something different, then you have to be of a mindset that you're willing to do the work that it takes to attain a higher frequency and experience those things that you so desire to create and experience. This game doesn't give you anything without effort and good, wise choices. Frequency raising choices. You need to make good choices, and you need to take ownership of your choices. And if somebody else is pushing your buttons and you're living with them and you feel like you have to do something a certain way because they're with you and that's the way they want you to do it, or you're going to have to live in a house full of chaos, then that's a choice too. You do not have to live in that situation or that relationship, even if you think you must. You see, nothing is impossible for you as a source player if you set your mind to it. If you are not doubting yourself, if you are fully focused and willing to put forth the effort to attain that thing that you so desire. How you think about things really do influence what you receive. It affects your thought patterns, it affects your frequency, it affects your subconscious programming, whether, are you worthy of getting these things, or is there some subconscious programming that's doing some sabotage because of sin and karma programming that you haven't cleared out. And many of you haven't even done the self-hypnosis videos that I posted early on the channel to clear yourself of the sin and karma programming and being able to enter into the silence and connect with your source self. If you have not done those, then it would benefit you tremendously to do them, to set yourself free of all of that old subconscious programming through religions and through matrix programming that has interfered with your thought processes. Now, you can do this, but you need to be of a mindset that you recognize these difficulties that you are having, and you recognize that you are the only one who can set yourself free. It is a mind game, and your subconscious is the biggest obstacle to your game. And to know thyself, you really need to know thyself, even the dark corners, everything. What motivates you? Why you do what you do? Why you have the relationships that you have? Why you enjoy the things that you do? Are they higher frequency or are they lower frequency? All of these things need to be considered and should assist you with your growth and dealing with your subconscious programming. And appreciate the little victories that you gain over your subconscious along the way. Now, you can do this. You absolutely can. Mind over matter. Now, if you find the work that I've done within the Matrix and the information that I share to be of benefit to you, then it benefits you to say thank you with a gift via PayPal. The link is in the description box below. Abundance, health, and prosperity to you.